Alright, let's talk about replica skulls or replica any kind of animal remains and why it can actually be a lot more ethical at times to support those. So first off, the person that I am replying to the comment of does make replica skulls and other interesting things. I definitely recommend checking them out. I'm going to give a couple more shout outs later in this video, so stick around if you want to see more creators that you can support. But why is it important to also support replica skulls instead of just sticking with the real thing? I mean, replicas are usually made out of plastics, which we know how not so great those are for the environment, and it's not the same as having the real thing. For starters, when it comes to a rare specimen like this Persian cat, this is a replica, it can be a lot easier and more manageable to obtain something that isn't real. So this gives me a great example of why I don't support Persian cat breeding really, or any kind of really severe brachycephalic breeding. And this can be an exceptionally good education tool or something for a vet to have in their office. A lot of times it's also just a lot cheaper. This is a replica tiger's tooth that I had gotten my husband years ago. Obtaining a real tiger's tooth would be very difficult to do legally and a lot more expensive. Not just limited to the smaller body parts though, this is a replica tiger skull. So as we know, tigers are very endangered. This was obtained from James F. Lee over on Facebook. I totally recommend him. His work is fantastic. And by buying this, I'm not only avoiding the black market altogether, this was able to ship overseas, which you can't really do in the US here with most animal remains. Once again, this is a great educational tool. This is a great way for people to see just how big a tiger skull is and what they may look like. And it's a really cool piece to add to my personal collection. So it might not only be an expense thing or even avoiding a black market or animals that you might otherwise not be able to obtain. Sometimes these creators will just do this and make these replicas to help support the animals and to prevent wildlife from getting to a point of extinction or endangerment. One of my favorite creators, Wild Bendy Workshop, also known as Bendy the Creator, who I will be tagging in the video description, she makes phenomenal replica bats. And the reason that she makes these is because bat taxidermy is pretty much never ethical. In case you weren't already aware, bat taxidermy and other kind of oddities like this, dried bat here, they are completely unethical and they are directly supporting the extinction or the severe population declines of actual bats. So to sum it all up, replicas. Sometimes they're cheaper, sometimes they're a lot better as an educational tool, sometimes you might just want them because they are more durable, they are less expensive, they are lighter weight, whatever else, and sometimes it's actually helping to contribute towards conservation efforts.